What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Vechain here, and as we can see, we are actually getting some of those big bullish divergences, price action coming down, RSI coming up. Obviously, if we take a look at the hourly time frame here as well, you can see here quite clearly that we are actually getting a lot of bullish divergences all over the place. You can see it here. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a bullish divergence recently where we did get that relief rally. But you can see everywhere pretty much on our histograms, on our RSI, all over the place here. Loads of bullish divergences where we are, basically getting dragged down in the market by Bitcoin, aren't we? And, we're not really sure what's going on, to be honest, considering, we should be getting a rally by now, let's be honest. We are getting really, really super overextended to the downside. And the sooner that this goes on, the longer that this goes on, then the more likely we are to be getting that bounce. And it looks like Vechain is actually performing really, really terribly in comparison to a lot of cryptos who obviously had that A, B, C correction that we've seen for a lot of cryptos. But a lot of cryptos now seem as though they have been bottoming out at this level. But it looks like Vechain is just continuing to roll over here, basically looking for a bit of support, which it does look as though it's finding on that previous all-time high of the last bull run, in combination with what seems to be the bottom of this macro channel. If we go on our weekly time frame here, you can see quite clearly that we've got every single time that we hit the bottom of this channel that we have got a bounce to the upside. Big bounce here, little bit of a relief rally here, come back down for a final retest, massive bull run. We come down here, bit of a relief rally, and we're looking for that final leg up that's going to be really tasty, basically, aren't we? You can see on the weekly time frame how well this is actually being shown here. And you can see on the weekly as well, every time that we come back down to around fair value for Vechain, it does look as though we are getting that bounce as well. You can see here, we were at fair value here and here when we got the bounces to the upside. We come down to here at around fair value, got the bounce, and we've come back down to fair value again, just under fair value actually, and we're getting the bounce again. So it looks like, from what we can tell, Vechain getting a bit of a relief rally today. You can see here, up from around that 8-cent-ish level up to around 8.5 cents. And considering that we're looking at something like this basically, aren't we, where we're heading down in that falling wedge, looking something like this, or maybe something like this, and sooner or later we're going to reach the apex of the wedge, maybe with a fake out to the downside of this macro trend line that we've been respecting basically for around a year and a half now, ever since the March 2020 crash. We could see a fake out to the downside here where we do basically fake out to the downside, and then we get the pickup outside of the falling wedge and then the rally to the upside, doing something like this, and then basically getting back to the upside and for that final part of the bull run, because we are getting ridiculously overextended to the downside, just like we did here. The bear's getting extremely greedy, basically, massive downtrend like this. But then the second that we actually reverse the trend, we are technically still making our macro high and higher low. And then if we make the high again on the bounce, then happy days. And we are still on for a reversal as long as we don't lose this low here, coming down at around 5.5 cents. Provided that we don't lose that low and do something like this, then we could come down, find support maybe a bit lower here on a previous swing low at around 7-ish cents and get that bounce, and we would still be all golden. And obviously you can see here with the descending wedge, sooner or later we're going to reach that apex and most likely break to the upside, because we are in a bull market and falling wedges have around a 70% chance of breaking to the upside basically. So more than likely than not, considering how overextended we are to the downside right now, we've got bullish divergences everywhere. It seems likely, in our opinion, we're going to see the bounce really, really soon at this point, because we are rolling over and the bears look like they're getting very greedy, and they are going to get wrecked if they keep on shorting, because sooner or later we're going to get that massive rally for Bitcoin. So we are still in a bull market, and if that's the case, we're going to see Vechain getting picked up as well, aren't we, by the whole market. So short-term price predictions then, if we do roll over again, we do have the bottom of this falling wedge here coming in at around, what is this, maybe around that 8-cent level to roll over and retest again. sweep those lows and then potentially get that rally to the upside. Obviously, we're stuck under a resistance right now like this, but we are reaching the apex right now, and sooner or later we are going to see that bounce to the upside most likely, especially coinciding with the bottom of this macro channel that we have been respecting very nicely. We're overextended to the downside. We've got bullish divergences all over the place, and you know, sooner or later, because we're in a bull market, we're probably going to see that rally. So if we do break this resistance here at around 9 cents and retest the support like this, then we're going to be looking at heading back to the upside, aren't we? And if we just throw our fib retracement tool on here, we can obviously see some of our price targets. I've actually got a really nice support here at around the 023 here, around 7.6, 7.7 cents as well, which we could come down, have a bounce off of like that, and then get that relief rally doing something like this. And then, you know, if we break this resistance back test, we obviously want to get back up through some of these fib levels, the 038 at around 10 cents, obviously a psychological target as well, being one of the first ports of call. And then by the end of the bull run, as we always say, we really do think Vechain is a top quality project, and most likely, in our opinion, still think that 50 cents to $1 is a reasonable target once we do start to get that pickup in the market. We're getting overextended to the downside again right now, and more likely than not, in our opinion, we're going to be seeing that rally very, very soon and getting back towards that all-time high. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.